Hi children, in the previous video we have seen the first numerical. Okay, now we will start with the second one. Okay, so the second problem is, see, two cells of EMF 1.5 volt and 2 volt internal resistance and 2 volt of internal resistances 1 ohm and 2 ohm, okay, are connected in parallel so as to send a current in the same direction through an external resistance of 5 ohm. Okay, so draw the circuit diagram. The first part is draw the circuit diagram. There are two cells, okay, two cells of EMF 1.5 volt, 2 volt, internal resistance 1 ohm and 2 ohm are connected in parallel so as to send the current in the same direction through an external resistance of 5 ohm. So you have to understand the problem, then you have to circuit diagram is not given, we have to draw the circuit here. Okay, therefore what are all the data given here? 1.52, what is that, cells of 1.5 volt and 2 volts. Therefore first you draw 1.5 volt cell. Okay, so 1.5 volt. Okay, and it is having an internal resistance of 1 ohm. So I am going to add that internal resistance here outside. Okay, it is one, what is that? It is a cell and this is the internal resistance of the cell. And next one, I'll mark the data after whatever the values afterwards. And the other cell, okay, and it has the internal resistance, 2 volts, and it is having internal resistance that is equal to 2 ohms. Okay, 2 ohms. Okay, they are connected in parallel so as to send current in the same direction through an external resistance of 5 ohm. Okay, so external resistance, now this is the external resistance. See, this is the external resistance of 5 ohms. Okay, now number it. What are all the data values now I am going to give. Okay, here what is that? It is 1.5 volt and this one is 1 ohm and the other one is 2 volt and its internal resistance is 2 ohm. 2 ohm, and both are sending a current through an external resistance of 5 ohm. In the same direction is given now. So direction also you have to give. Okay, what is the direction? You see here it is. See here the first cell 1.5 volt. So both are sending the same direction. Okay, through. Therefore you give some name to. It's very difficult for me to. Yeah. Now see here, let me give first the naming of the junction. That is A, B, C, D, E, F. Very good. Now from the cell, both the cell 1.5 volt and 2 volts, the current is actually flowing like this. Now we have to see, this is the direction of the current here. Okay, and let the current from 1.5 volts is there, no, let that be I1, and the current from 2 volt, let it be I2. Okay, therefore both the currents here, okay, and they are at B, they are joining here. Okay, therefore I1 and I2 are entering B, so both should leave B also. Therefore the current which is coming out of it should be I1 plus I2, correct? I1 plus I2. Are you following? So the current which is, therefore the current which is passing through 5 ohm resistor is I1 plus I2. Okay. Now after that what is it? See, from D to E, the which current I1 plus I2 is going, D to E, and at E it is dividing into 2. Therefore 1 in this direction, what should be that? That should be I2, because here in the branch EB, what is I2 is flowing, the I2 will go, and the I1 will be going through, what is that? Are you following? Therefore, through FA it is I1. Hope you are following. See, here I1 and I2, they are coming towards B, and therefore, once I1 plus I2 will be going away from B, therefore, that I1 plus I2 will be going through the 5 ohm resistor, and what is that? That goes up to E, and E there are two branches. So, this where it is here in the branch EB should be I1, and in the branch FA it should be I2. Therefore, I2 is here and I1 is here. Okay, therefore, circuit is ready now. That's it. Okay. Now, using Kirchhoff's rules, calculate the current through each branch of the circuit. Each branch of the circuit means what is that? I1 in the branch FA, in the branch EB, and in the branch, what is the CD, whatever is that. Okay. Therefore, everywhere we have, therefore, which means I1, I2, and I1 plus I2, all we have to find out. So, what to do? So, using Kirchhoff's rule. Therefore, first one we can use what is the Kirchhoff's second rule. Apply Kirchhoff's second rule. Okay. What is that? Applying Kirchhoff's second rule, where in the loop A, B, C, D, E, F, A. Okay. So, A, B, C, D, E, F, A. So, which means that A, B, C, D, E, F, A. Therefore, here the branch B is not included. Branch B is, is not included. Only from A, B, C, D, E, F, A. Okay. Therefore, which means that only 1.5 volt is only included in the circuit now. We are not considering this portion. Okay. Therefore, now you tell me, therefore, what will be, apply your second rule. What is the second rule? That is the current in the clockwise will be positive, anti-clockwise in negative, and the EMF in the clockwise direction, what is the condition for EMF to be positive? The cell should be in the path of clockwise current, and the current should leave from positive, enter into negative. So, these two conditions should be satisfied for EMF to be positive. Therefore, now apply A, B, C, D, A. So, what is the direction of the current here? Direction of the current here will be, what is that here? In this anti-clockwise direction, or in FA? In FA, current is in the anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, what apply? Algebraic sum of the product of the current and the resistance. Algebraic sum of the that is equal to algebraic sum of the EMF. You have to apply that. So, in FA, if you are applying, it will be 1I. 1. Positive or negative? Negative. Why it is negative? Why is it negative? Because it is in the anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, minus 1I1. Okay. Then after that, you have to take here, because the middle one you have to leave, because we are considering only A, B, C, D, E, A. Okay. So, therefore, this current, what is the current here? Minus. This is also in CD also the current is in the anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, it is minus 5 into I1 plus I2. Okay. And that should be equal to EMF. You see the EMF, it is in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, 1.5 volt is in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, but the current leaving from positive, entering to negative only here. But both the conditions should be satisfied, because it is in the anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, it will be minus 1.5. If it has to be positive, both the conditions should be satisfied. Okay, therefore, you will be getting minus, therefore, minus I1, minus 5I1, minus 5I2, okay, that is equal to minus 1.5 volt. Therefore, it is nothing but 6I1 plus everything you make it positive. Therefore 5i2 that is equal to plus 1.5 volt. Okay, therefore this is your first equation is ready. First equation is ready. Okay, now you go for the second. What see, now in this I have included only which one, the this portion. See, in this I have included only what is that, the 1.5 volt only I have included in the circuit. Now what I want to include 2 volts also. Therefore take B, C, D, E, B. Okay, the loop of B, C, D. Therefore N B, we are applying Kirchhoff's rule, second rule, N. Okay, therefore B, C, D, E, B. B, C, D, E, B. Okay, therefore what is your, you have to find out now. Apply here. What is the direction the current is? Current is in the clockwise direction. If you take this one, the current will be in the clockwise direction. Therefore current is positive. Therefore apply now. Whether it is a positive current, it is in the anti-clockwise direction now. Therefore it will be in the current here also it is negative. It is the anti-clockwise direction. Therefore it is negative. Therefore now you apply what is there in EB. EB is minus 2i2 and minus 2i2. Okay, then in CD minus 5 into I1 plus I2, correct? Okay, minus 5 into I1 plus I2, that should be equal to, what is the EMF? Once again, EMF is in the anti-clockwise current, but the second condition is satisfied, but the first condition, it has to be in the clockwise direction, but it is not satisfied. Therefore it should be minus 2. Are you following? There is no need for volt and all here. See, here there is no need here. Okay, just we are solving here. Therefore, it is only equation. Okay, therefore, now next one. Therefore, you will be getting here. That is equal to okay. Therefore, that is equal to what is that? All minus will go off. Therefore, you will be getting 2i2 plus 5i1 plus 5i2, that is equal to 2. Okay, therefore you will be getting 5i1 plus 7i2, that is equal to 2. So this is your second equation. Are you following? Okay, therefore now you have two equations available, but one, what is that, two unknowns are there, I1 and I2. Therefore two equations in I1 and I2 are ready now. I think you can solve. Okay, so on solving 1 and 2, therefore that is your duty. You have to solve and find. I'll give you only the answer. Okay, solving 1 and 2, because equation solving is very simple. You people are studying right from 9th standard. Okay, therefore what is on solving 1 and 2, you will be getting I1 as 1 by 34 ampere and I2, that is equal to 9 by 34 ampere. Therefore what is your I3? What is your I1 plus I2? Why I1 plus I2 is equal? So I1 is equal to this, I2 is equal to this. Why do you need I1 plus I2? Because you are asked to find out the potential difference across 5 ohm. No, potential difference across 5 ohm means you need current through 5 ohm. That is nothing but I1 plus I2. Are you following? Is it clear? Therefore, what is it? Therefore, you have to see potential difference across a 5 ohm resistor is required. Therefore, now we can go for, see, that is practically behaving, I don't know what is happening. Okay, this is the next problem. Right. Therefore, you will be getting, uh, yeah. Therefore, what is your I1 plus I2? Therefore, what now what you want in the third case is, therefore, potential difference across 5 ohm resistor, that is nothing but R into I, no, potential drop. That is 5 into what is the current? I1 plus I2. Correct? Okay. Therefore, that is nothing but 5. Okay. 5 into I1 plus I2 क्या होता है? 10 divided by 34. 10 divided by 34. Are you following, children? Okay. Therefore, it is 50 by 34. 50 by 34 means it is around 1.47 volt. Okay, so therefore potential difference across 5 ohm resistor is 1.47 volt. Is it clear? So that is all about this problem we have solved. Now shall we go to the next one? Third problem is 11 equal wires, each of resistance 2 ohm, from the edges of an incomplete cube. Okay, from the edges of an each of resistance 2 ohm form the edges of an incomplete cube. Okay, right. See, here it is given. Find the total resistance from one end of the vacant edges to the other. One end of the vacant edges to the other. From A and between, what is that? Total resistance between A and K. We are asked to find out the total, what is that? The total resistance between the terminals A and K. Why? Because total resistance from one end of the vacant edge to the other end of the same edge. Okay. Therefore, vacant edge means this side only, it is incomplete. Na? Therefore, between A and K, you have to find out what is the resistance, equivalent resistance. Okay. So now see here, it is very important. No current, no every branch A, B, A, C, whatever is that. Okay, it is having each 11 wires, each of having resistance that is 2 ohm. It is given. Okay, so AB is having 2 ohm. Okay, AD is having 2 ohm. DC is having 2 ohm. Everything is, every side here it is having a resistance of 2 ohm. Right. Now I have taken, see, here I have taken the current as, what is the total current as I, 2I. Why? Because if it is I, then it will be very difficult for it will be I by 2, here I by 2. Okay, here there are 2 branches, it is going now, here 1 and here. Therefore, it will be I by 2, I by 2. Then it is once again going, it is also dividing into 2. Okay, therefore it will be difficult for you to, everything will be in, what is a fraction, so it is very difficult to solve. That is why, to be on the safer side, here first what is it is dividing into 2 branches. So if I take 2I, the total current from the EMF from the source is 2I, then I can say here this side it will be IAB branch, it is divided at A, towards A 2I is going, then away from A also 2I should go. So away from A, along ABI and along ADI. ABI and along AD is also I. Okay, right. Now you see. Now at D, what is it? I is entering. Okay. Now, so what you have to, that same I should leave. Therefore, how to do like that? See here, let me take these and all you have to take. Okay, DF. I am taking the current along DF, let it be I1. Along DF, it is at following. See, at D, current I is entering. So, the same I should leave. But it has 2 branches. Okay, one along DF and another one along DC. So, I am taking along DF, let it be I1. Therefore, along DC, it should be I minus I1. I minus I1. Therefore, current entering is equal to current leaving. Okay, are you following? Right. Now, next one. See, here this is I minus I1 is entering. Okay. Now, what I see? Another one. Okay, one is over. Now, they come to B here. Here from A, one more current is going to B, na? Okay. B also, what you want? Here the same current entering is I. Current leaving should also be I. So, same thing like that you do. What is that? Let this be I1. Along BH, let it be I1. Therefore, along BC, it should be I minus I1. Correct? Like that, you have to be very, very careful. Here, you are applying Kirchhoff's first rule, junction rule. Okay, every junction, the current should be 0. Current entering should be equal to current leaving. Use that one. Okay, therefore, along A, from A, there are two branches. One along in the direction AB, another one in the direction AD. So the AD, once from there there are two of the more branches. So one I have taken along DF, it is I1, therefore it will be DC, it will be I minus I1. Fine. Now the current which is entering I, entering B, it is also having two branches. Therefore along BH it is I1 and along BC it will be I minus I1. I minus I1. Are you following? Okay, right. Now you come to see. Now you come to see. What are all the current? There are two currents entering along DC, I minus I1. This current is entering to C. Like that in the direction BC. In BC also one more I minus I1. Now it is also going towards C only. Therefore 2 into I minus I1 is entering C. Therefore the current along CG should be the same current should leave na. Leave C. Therefore, it should be 2 into I minus I1. 2 into I minus I1. Apply nothing I am doing only. I am applying first rule, Kirchhoff's first rule. That's all. Okay? Fine. Now what you have to do? See, therefore, now what should be? See here, it is 2 into I minus I1 is coming now. Okay. Therefore, here what is along DF? Along DF only I1 is coming. I1 is coming. Correct? Therefore, here and I1 at F, I1 is entering. I1 is entering. And at G, 2 into I minus I1 is entering. Okay. Therefore, definitely, now it has two branches. What is that? GF and GH. GF and GH. Are you following? Therefore, both are, therefore, what should be the current here? It should be C equal I minus I1 here equal. Here also I minus I1. Here also I minus I1. Are you following? Why? Because 2 into I minus I1, it direction is going away. Entering I minus I1, it should leave I minus I1. Okay. Therefore, I think it is okay. Now, at F you see, I1 is entering and I minus I1 is also entering na. I minus I1 is also entering na. Therefore, I is entering and I minus I1 is also entering. Therefore, what should be the total current here? The total current here should be, what is the current here? Tell me. Therefore, it is I minus I1. It is I minus I1. I1, therefore, is it correct, ma? See? I. Why? This I1 is entering. Here I minus I1 is also entering. Therefore, I1 will get cancelled. Therefore, only I will be there. So, at which current is leaving from F? That is I. That is I. Okay. It is not that easy. You have to be very careful while calculating. That's it. Very okay. Therefore, right now. Therefore, now here I minus I1 GH at H. You see now what is that? Entering is I minus I1 and also I1. Okay, I minus I1 plus I1 means only I should be there. Now, therefore, here what should be that? This is I. This is Okay. Is it clear? Therefore, now come to the point K. K में क्या है? From F से I current आ रहे हैं and from H से भी I. Therefore, total current entering K is 2I. Therefore, how much current should leave? 2I. That's it. Now, if everything is coming properly, means circuit whatever we have given is correct. Is it clear? So, entering is 2I and coming out is also 2I. Okay. So, which means that we have given the directions and we have applied the first law of Kirchhoff's properly. Okay. So, this is over. Only we have given the current in each branch. Now, what is asked? What is asked? You have to find out the current, what is that? The resistance between the two edges, that is A and K. A and K. Okay. Therefore, now you tell me what should be the let okay, R be the resistance, total resistance between what is that, A and K. That only you want, na? A and K. Okay. Therefore, what is the E is the total EMF and what is the total current is 2I. Therefore, I think, therefore, you can relate all the three. Therefore, V is equal to IR now. Therefore, E that is equal to I into R. What is I? 2I. 2I into R. R is the total resistance. Are you following? This is the first equation. Okay. First, what you got? If I want a total resistance between A and K, let that be, what is R? Total resistance between A and K you know, and total EMF is known, total current in the circuit is 2I. Therefore, you can very well find out, you can use Ohm's law, E is equal to 2I into R. Right, that is ready. Now, you want only, what is that, the drop, the current, what is the resistance between these 2 points, you know? So, with that point, let me have one loop. I am going to apply Kirchhoff's second rule. Okay. So, Kirchhoff's second rule, if you apply, applying Kirchhoff's second rule, okay, in loop. What is a loop? In loop A, B, H, K, okay, E, A. In this one, A, B, H, K, E, A, in this. Okay. Now, I am going to apply Kirchhoff's second rule. Okay, it is very clearly given. Every side is having a resistance of what is a 2 ohms, right? Therefore, first, what is the direction? The current is clockwise direction, correct? In this loop, in this closed loop, what we have considered, the current is in the clockwise direction. Therefore, current has to be positive. Therefore, you can, in AB, what should be, if you apply Kirchhoff's second rule in AB, what is it is 2I, correct? 2I, because the resistance is 2, current is I. Okay, 2I. And in BH, it is 2I1. 2I1, correct? And in HK, it is 2I. Why 2I? Sigma, once again, sigma IR, that is equal to E, na? Sigma E, that one. Okay. This is second rule. Therefore, that should be equal to, what is that? Algebraic sum of the EMF. Here, EMF is in which, what is the current? current is in the clockwise direction, it is in the path of clockwise current only, and also current is leaving from positive and entering into negative, therefore it is positive fully, therefore it is D. Are you following? Therefore you can, now that is nothing but 4I plus 2I1, that is equal to 4I plus 2I1, that is equal to, let it be equation number 2. Okay, then now you apply equation number what is that here, the same second rule has to be applied, applying the same rule in where, in DCGFD. DCGFD. Okay, therefore if you apply, because we need two equations at least. Why? Because there are two unknowns are there. Okay, therefore you don't have idea about E also. Okay, that is why, see, you need therefore here one what is that, one more equation we need here. Okay, why? Because I is there, E is there, unknown. Okay, and what is that, I1 is there, so you need one more equation to solve. So what I am doing, I am taking any closed loops here. What is that, DCGFD I am taking here. Okay, therefore you can take anything, even you can take FGHKF also. Okay, so now if you take that one, if you apply second rule, what is that here, which is I think along DC, CG and GF, current is in the clockwise direction, but only in DF the current is in the anti-clockwise direction, correct? Therefore now you tell me, I 2 into here, what is the current here, current is nothing but 2 into, okay, I1, 2 into, if you apply this, minus I1, okay, 2 here, 1 2 into I minus I1 here, okay, I minus I1 here, I minus I1, okay, how many I minus I1s are there here, therefore, so if you apply second rule here, you will be getting 2 into, in DC, 2 into I minus I1. Why? 2 is a resistance, every side is having a resistance, na? Therefore R into I, okay, sigma Ri, that is equal to sigma EMF. No, here anyhow in this DC GF there is no EMF, okay, but only you have to find out sigma IR first. Sigma IR is, what is in DC, it is 2 into I minus I1 plus, okay, the resistance is 2 R into I is, what is that, 2 into I minus I1, which branches, CG, okay, plus in GF it is, resistance is 2 and current is I minus I1, okay, and one more, DF, the current is in the anti-clockwise direction now, therefore minus 2 I1, correct? And that is equal to 0. Minus 2 I1, that is equal to 0. Are you following? Okay, therefore now you tell me 2, yeah, here 2, here 4, here 2 I minus I1, therefore 8 I minus I1 na, 8 I minus I1, okay, minus 2 I1, that is equal to 0. Okay, therefore what you will be getting, 8I minus 8I1 minus, what is that, 2 I1, that is equal to 0. Okay, therefore you will be getting, what is the answer here, therefore 4I 8, okay, 8, therefore I minus I1, therefore you will be 8I minus 8I1 minus, therefore it is 8I minus 10I1, that is equal to 0. Okay, therefore you will be getting here what is I1 therefore. Therefore solve the I1, therefore your I1 will be equal to I think 8 by 10, therefore 4 by 5I. Okay, 4 by 5I. Therefore let it be equation number 3. Equation number 3. Okay, so now what you have to do is from 2 and 3, what is 2? 2 is equal to 4, 2, what is the equation? 4I plus 2I1, that is equal to E, na? But I have got I1 is equal to 4 by 5I. Okay, therefore substitute, okay, 3 in 2. Substitute 3 in 2. Therefore you will be getting, see, substituting, hope you are following, okay, substituting 3 in 2, okay, you will be getting 4I plus what is 2 into I1 क्या है 4 by 5 into I, that is equal to E, that is equal to E. Are you following? Therefore you will be getting 4I plus 8 by 5I, 8 by 5I, okay, therefore that is 4I, what is that? If you solve it, it will be 4I plus 8 by 5 into I, that is equal to E. Okay, therefore you, if you take LCM and all, I think 20, 28. Therefore 28I by 5, that is equal to E. Let this be equation number 4. Are you following, children? Therefore you have got, see, we need to find out the potential, what is the resistance between A and K. So first, what is that? The first step what you have done, let R, we have assumed R is the equivalent resistance between A and K. Therefore total resistance is R, total EMF is E, total current is 2I. From that we are getting first equation above 1. Then you apply the Kirchhoff second rule in, what is that? First A, B, H, this open A, B, H, K, E, A. Okay, then the upper one, where it is after that, next D, C, G, F, D. Okay, so that you are getting I1, and that I1 when you are substituting, you will be in equation number 3, you are getting 28 by 5 into I is equal to E. Okay, so now compare 1 and 4. Now next one is also E is equal to 2IR, and the fourth one is 28 by I, that is equal to E. Therefore both are E only, no? Therefore so comparing that, you will be getting, to comparing 1 and 4. 1 and 4, you will be getting 2IR, that is equal to 28I by 5. Okay, therefore you will be getting, this implies your R, that is equal to 28 by 10. Okay, therefore that is nothing but 2.84. 2.8. That's it. Is it clear? So this is okay, fourth problem. A galvanometer in each of the two given circuits, okay, does not show any deflection. Okay, find the ratio of the resistors R1 and R2. Okay, therefore two circuits are given. There is a circuit number 1 and here it is circuit number 2, right? Therefore in both the circuits, see, the first we will see first circuit. In the first circuit, see, it is nothing but, if you see, 4 ohm R1 and 6 ohm 9 ohm. Okay, if you apply P by Q is equal to R by S, whether it is following, see, because it is nothing but there is no current. There is no current. It is showing no current, therefore no current in the galvanometer. No current in the galvanometer means definitely what is that? It is in a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Balanced Wheatstone bridge means what is the condition for that? P by Q is equal to R by S. Now, what is the condition for what is it? Wheatstone's balancing condition. Balancing condition of Wheatstone's bridge is, what is that? P by Q is equal to R by S. Okay, what is that? 4 by R is equal to 6 by 9, R1. Correct? P by Q is equal to R by S, because it says that in both the case circuits there is no current. Galvanometer does not show any current. Okay, therefore which means that the bridge is balanced. Therefore you can apply the condition P by Q that is equal to R by S. Okay, therefore 4 by R that is equal to, therefore your R1 that is equal to, okay, 30, what is that? 36 by 6 na? Therefore it is 6 ohm. Okay, so R1 is known. You are asked to find out R1 divided by R2. What is the ratio between R1 and R2? So now what is the second circuit? It is the first circuit. Okay, then second circuit, you see what is there here? 6 by, it is also here, also it is also in the back. It is 6 by 12. That is equal to R2 by 8. R2 by 8. Okay, therefore what is your R2? This implies your R2 that is equal to, what is it, 4 ohm na? R2 8, yes, 4 ohm. Okay, therefore you have idea about now R1 and R2. Okay, therefore you are asked to find out what is the ratio between R1 and R2. Therefore, what is the final answer? Therefore you are asked to find out, therefore R1 by R2, R1 by R2 is equal to R1 by R2, that is equal to 6 by 4, therefore it is 3 by 2. 3 by 2. Okay, fifth problem is calculate the current drawn from the cell, from the battery. Okay, from the battery in the network of resistors shown in the figure. Okay, so now it is given, there are two, see, 1 ohm, 5 ohm, 4 ohm. Okay, therefore AB, between A and B 1 ohm, B and D 5 ohm, D and C 4 ohm, and between B and C it is 2 ohm, and between A and D it is 2 ohm. Okay, therefore, and what is the EMF of the cell that is connected to? EMF that is 4 volt. Now I think this can be, equivalent circuit of this can be drawn. How? You see, I am going to draw the equivalent circuit. How? You see here. Okay, let me try with this only, because 1 ohm, AB, let me draw like Wheatstone bridge. I think it will be simple, you see. AB, let me draw like this. Only I am changing the shape. AB, right. What is that? 1 ohm. Okay. And BD and AB, what is it? BC, next one, BC. is A, it is B first. So it will be easy for you. A, B. And between B and C, 2O. Okay, let me draw that one. B and C, 2O. Right. Then between A and D, 2O. Okay, A and D, 2O. It is a Wheatstone bridge like that. That's why it is, but okay, 2O. And it is C now. Between, you say D and C. Between D and C, that is 4O. Correct? It is 4. Okay. And B and D, between B and D, between B and D, there is 5O. Therefore, 5O. Correct? And A and C in the terminal is connected to a battery. So, I am connecting the battery here. That's all. This is the equivalent circuit of it. Therefore, iska kya hai, 4 volt. Okay, the current is going like this. And let the current that is going, let it be, that is I. Okay, calculate the current only, you have to find out, it is I. Okay, now you see whether the bridge is balanced. Here galvanometer is not there, but there should not be any current in the branch BD. Galvanometer current BD only, along BD in this terminal B and D only galvanometer is connected now. Okay, therefore the bridge is said to be balanced only when P by Q is equal to R by S. Which is P? P by Q, that is equal to R by S. Therefore, this circuit is the balanced Wheatstone bridge. Correct? Why? P by Q, 1 by 2. It is P, it is Q. Okay, it is P, Q, R, S. Okay, therefore, between D and C, it is 4 ohm, na? 4 ohm. Okay, therefore, 1 by 2, that is equal to 2 by 4. So, the condition is satisfied, correct? Therefore, it has to be a Wheatstone's balanced Wheatstone's bridge. The condition is satisfied. Definitely, therefore, there is no current in BD. No current in BD means BD can be neglected. It is ineffective. Therefore, no current. Okay. What is that? Through 5 ohm resistor, which the 5 ohm resistor can be neglected now. Or if through, what is that? 5 ohm. So, 5 ohm resistance in BD, in arm BD is ineffective. There's no need to consider that only. Okay, right. So once it has become ineffective, therefore what is therefore BD, there is no need to consider now. So in that case, 1 and 2 ohm are in series and 2 and 4 ohm are in series. If why? Because 5 ohm, it is no current, it's a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Therefore, this can be fully neglected. This can be fully neglected. Okay, it is ineffective. Okay, therefore, your equivalent circuit of this will be, okay, therefore, I am going to draw once again the, what is that, 5 ohm I am neglecting. I am going to neglect 5 ohm and I am going to draw the equivalent circuit. What is that? It should be 1 ohm, 2 ohm in series and 2 ohm and 4 ohm are in series. Okay, 1 ohm, this is A and this is your B and this is C. Are you following? And here it is, what is that here? 2 ohm. Okay, and this point is a D. Okay, and here it is 4. 1, 2 are in series, 2, 4 are in series. 2, 4 are in series. Okay, therefore I can write now, and this is connected to a battery. Are you following? BD, in between BD there is 5 ohm. It is no need because it gets become ineffective. Why? Because it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, that can be neglected here. No current. Therefore, what is the A to kya hai? It is 1 ohm. It is 2 ohm. It is 2 ohm. 4 ohm. Therefore, you will be getting what is the current in A. What is the resistance RABC? Therefore, RABC. RABC. Let me write RABC. That is equal to 1 plus 2, na? That is equal to 3 ohm in the term. Okay. And what is your ADC? ADC. What is that? 2 plus 4 because both are in series. Therefore, it is 6 ohm. Okay. Therefore, what is the equivalent? Because what is required? You have to find out the current. Correct? Therefore, total equivalent resistance first you need. Once you know the total resistance, you have idea about total potential difference 4 volt. Therefore, current can be easily found out. Therefore, 3 and here it is 3 and here equal resistance is 6. 3 and 6 are in parallel. 3 and 6 are in parallel now. Therefore, what is your R equivalent? R equivalent, that is equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 R plus R2. 3. Hope you are following, children, because already there is a problem with the machine. Okay, I don't know how long I can pull on with this AC. Okay, here what is that? It has become 3 ohm and this has become 6 ohm and it is connected to the battery. Okay, therefore R equivalent, that is equal to, therefore what is your R equivalent? R1 R2 by R1 plus R2 na. Therefore R1 R2 18. Okay, divided by what is that? 9. Therefore you will be getting this one as 2. Okay, so you have idea about R equivalent. You have, therefore total current. Current, what is asked? Current only is asked, no? What is the current drawn? Therefore current I, that is equal to, okay, 4 by total potential difference is 4. Okay, therefore total potential difference is 4. Total current I, that is equal to potential difference for V by R. R equivalent is what is it? 2, that is equal to 2 amps. That is equal to 2 amps. So total current from the circuit here is 2 amps. Clear? Right. Now next problem. Okay, next problem. In meter bridge, the null point is found at a distance of 60 centimeter from NA. If now a resistance of 5 ohm is connected in series with the S. It's series with S. Okay. Then the null point occurs at 50 centimeter. Determine the value of R and S. Okay. Now see, first only R and S are connected, and that time what is the null point? Null point occurs at 60 centimeter. From A, J is equal to 60 centimeter. After that, with the S, one more 5 ohm resistor is added in series. Therefore, S now in the right gap, okay, for the second case in the right gap, S and one 5 ohm resistance are added. It is yes, and this is 5 ohm resistor. Both are added now. Then that time what is the null point? It is 50 centimeter. AJ becomes 50 centimeter. Okay, right. Therefore, with this is the data given. You are asked to find out R and S. Okay. Therefore, first case. What is that in the first case? Okay. Now what is R by S? P by Q is equal to R by S, na? Therefore, what is R by S? R by S is equal to P. What is P? P will be the resistance of this portion of the wire. Are you following? That is nothing but 60 into, I think you have idea about R by S is equal to 100 minus L divided by 100 minus L na. Okay, therefore P by Q, therefore it is 60 divided by 100 minus 60. Are you following? Into R will be there. I think if R is the resistance per unit length, therefore 60 into R divided by 100 minus 60 into R. R and R will get cancelled. Therefore, you will be getting 60 divided by 100 minus 60 into R. 100 minus 60. Okay. Therefore, this will not be there. Therefore, R by S is equal to 60 by, that is equal to 60 by, what is that, 40. Therefore, that is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, this is equation number 1. Okay, then in the next case, in the second case, what is that? R by, both are 5 ohm resistance is connected in series now, therefore divided by S plus 5. S plus 5. That is nothing but what is the null point now? 50 divided by 50. Okay, there is a formula, even you can apply. What is S is equal to 100 minus L by L into R. I think there is a formula in meter bridge we have seen, na? Therefore that you have to apply. Okay, even therefore your R by S is equal to L divided by 100 minus L. Okay, therefore that is equal to, what is that, 1. Okay, therefore you can say that R that is equal to S plus 5. R is equal to S plus 5. Are you following? So you will be getting from 1. Therefore what is from? Therefore substitute this one. R value you know. Therefore you substitute in your first equation. Therefore S plus 5. 1 becomes, okay, S plus 5 divided by S, okay, that is equal to 3 by 2, okay, which implies, what is your R, what is there here? Therefore 2S plus, which implies, okay, 2S plus 10, that is equal to 3S, okay, which means that your S is equal to, okay, 10 ohm. Okay, therefore 2S plus 10 is equal to 3S. Therefore S that is equal to 10. Hope you are following this. Okay, therefore what is your R? What is your R? R is equal to S plus 5. That is nothing but 15 ohm. Nothing but 15. Clear? Right, next problem. See, for the network shown, determine the value of R and the current through it if the current through the branch AO is 0. If the current through the branch AO is 0, it is given AO is 0. Very simple then. AO is 0 means I think it has to be, see, here it should be, what should be the equivalent circuit? Therefore, can you draw here AB, A and it is A and this is B here. This is B and this is A. Here it is 2 ohm. And Uda say C, AC. It is C. It is 2.5 ohm. Okay. And B2O. It is O. The same circuit I am drawing in a different manner. That's all. Okay. And OC. Okay, therefore this is R. Okay, in between, what is the A and O? There is no current in AO. Okay, therefore that can be neglected. That can be neglected. One more problem is in this case, the same way. Okay, therefore Now after that, what is it? It is connected to a battery, and there is one more resistance is also there, and it is connected. A resistance का 2 ohm है. What is this? This is 10 volt. Okay, right. Therefore, now you can very easily find out what is that. Because there is no current here, because there is no what is a no current in this branch. ये तो x है ना. Here it is x. But x, what is the current here? Current that is equal to 0. In this branch, current is equal to 0. Therefore, definitely it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, balanced Wheatstone bridge. Therefore, it is a balanced Wheatstone's bridge. Okay. Now you tell me what is P by Q is equal to R by S now. Therefore, 2 divided by 2.5, that is nothing but 4 by R. 4 by R. Therefore, your R, that is equal to 2.5 into 4 by 2. That is nothing but 5 ohms. Okay. So, you know what is the resistor. Therefore, this is 5 ohm. Okay. Now, what R is 5 ohm, you know. Now, once again, what you can do here, because AO is ineffective, 2 and 2.5 are in series, 4 and this R, that is 5 ohm, are in series, and that combination is parallel. Okay, that combination is parallel. Same problem, same type we have seen once again. Therefore, 2 and 2.5 in series, 4 and 5, R is equal to 5, that is in series, and that is in parallel. These two series combinations are in parallel. Are you following? Therefore, now you tell me what is R. Therefore, I can write this one. If you want, I can draw once again. It is, and this is equivalent circuit. Okay, then clear? Therefore, it is 2 ohm, this is 2.5 ohm, and this is 4 ohm, and this is R is equal to 5 ohm. And this is 10 volt, and this is 2 ohm. Okay. Therefore, this is 4.5, 2 and 2.5 is 4.5. And here 4 and 5, it is 9. For 4.5 and 9 are in, what is that? Parallel. Okay. Therefore, okay, what is the resistance here? Therefore, equal R equivalent. Okay. And this parallel combination of these, it is connected in series with 2 ohm. It is connected with series with 2 ohm. Hope you are following, children. 2.5, that is 4.5. 4.5 and 9 are in parallel. Okay, find out the net resistance, parallel combination ka R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2 na, and that combination is in series with 2 ohm na. Therefore, what should be R equivalent? Therefore, equivalent resistance should be equal to, okay, 4.5 R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2, parallel combination ka resistance. Okay, therefore 4.5, okay, into 9 divided by 4.5 plus 9. Okay, that is for, what is that? This full. Okay, right. And plus, that is in series with 2. Okay, therefore, if you solve, it will be 3. This will become 3. 4.5 into 9 divided by this one, 3, and plus 2. Therefore, it will be 5 ohm. Total is 5 ohm only. Okay, total equivalent resistance is nothing but 5 ohm. Therefore, you know equivalent resistance. Therefore, you are asked to find out only current. Therefore, current I in the circuit, current in the circuit, that is equal to V by R. Okay, therefore I, that is equal to E by R equivalent. E क्या होता है इसे 10 10 by 5. Therefore, that is nothing but 2 amps. That is nothing but 2 amps. Okay, children, that is it. Today there is a lot of problem with the device. It is heating. Anyhow, we'll see.